Well, the Bureau of Internal Revenue is calling on social media content creators to register their income and pay taxes as self-employed individuals. Let's now speak to Donald Lim, founder of the Creator and Influencer Council of the Philippines, about the steps that they are taking to comply with this order. Donald, thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word. The organization welcomes the memorandum circular from the BIR. Ito ba ang posisyon ng lahat ng mga miyembro or meron bang hindi sang-ayon dito?
Sorry, what's the question?
Donald, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Donald?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. Well, the organization welcomes the memorandum circular from the BIR. Ito ba ang posisyon ng lahat ng mga miyembro or meron bang hindi sang-ayon dito?
Well, I think for the BIR currently, the CICP, so I represent the Creators and Influencers Council of the Philippines. When the very essence of why this was set up was precisely this: to help creators and influencers in the country. This means social media influencers, bloggers, those who create content online to actually do their work passionately, and we would be the ones guiding them in terms of other legalities. So, for example, like finance, accounting, legal, and all of these. Most of these creators are more creative in nature, and what we see, is that when finally, of course, we were actually expecting somewhere from the BIR to tell us what to do, and finally this memorandum came out. The CICP actually welcomes this. We
Right.
Actually felt that at the very least we are guided by what should be done, but we,
So Donald, how many members are there in the CICP?
We have more than 100 members who are active, no? But right now, most of the members actually, whenever we do a GMM, what we call a general membership meeting, we would usually hit around 500 to 1,000 people. In fact, sometimes we reach 2,000 people attending. So these are really the creators and influencers of the industry.
Kasi since the lockdown, especially mga talents from TV, nag-shift talaga sila sa social media,
online.
sa YouTube,
That's
sa TikTok,
right.
sa Facebook, Instagram, para sa kanilang content. And nag-flourish talaga, hindi ba, yung business. So, nag-uusap ba ngayon ng CICP and its members? I mean, which you say there are thousands who attend your meetings, to basically maybe come to a middle ground, not to pressure your content creators to pay at the moment because they're content creators, they're influencers. At marami sa kanila walang alam tungkol sa financial accounting.
True. Yeah. True. And in fact, if you think about it, most of these creators on social media, those, for example, yung mga gamers na naglalaro lang, they want to showcase their skills. Biglang na-realize na pwede pala silang kumita, So I think it all came as a surprise. Most of the creators, especially when I was managing content creators before in another media network, we realized that most of these creators, they just do it out of passion, and then later on they realized that we're earning something pala, and in fact most of the more successful ones are earning a lot of money. So now biglang now they have to take it seriously na bigla naging business na,
right?
And kaya marami sa kanila biglang ano na gagawin ko?
Right? They're at a loss, and of course eventually because of this BIR memorandum, these content creators will eventually be taxpayers. But on your side, what would you want in return from the government to benefit your members? Anong gusto ninyong makuhang tulong o benefits mula sa gobyerno bilang content creators?
Well, actually, what we request, again, we would like to clarify we always say we welcome this move. As you know, part of our code of ethics is responsible citizenship. And one of the very tenets of why this was created was we want also people to really pay taxes once you're earning a certain amount. What we hope from the government, but because when we read that circular, it's very lengthy, ang daming mga pwede kang kumita. Yung iba from YouTube directly, yung iba from Facebook, yung iba ang nakalagay doon, di ba, na parang pag nag-endorse ka ng cellphone, binigay na sa iyo ang cellphone, kailangan i-report mo yon, right? Especially if it's a substantial number. So biglang what we hope is the BIR would make it easy for most of us Most of them are kids, if you think about it, number one. Number two, sana may digital platform where we can, we really report. At sana wag naman biglang maging witch hunt ang mangyayari. For example, baka marinig na lang namin sa amin na may LOA na rin na nakuha ang isang influencer namin. Dahil di siya marunong, no? Of course, ignorance is not an excuse. Because of that circular, we actually are now scheduling trainings within our group. Before meron naman we kept on telling them that okay, you have to follow the law, we have to pay the right taxes, especially for the bigger ones. May iba kasi kunti lang no? And I think also the challenge for BIR, I would think, is how do you monitor are you really paying taxes? Are you earning? Kasi may iba, for example, baka sabihin ng BIR, ang dami mong views, ang dami mong subscriber, I'm sure kumikita ka. But that's not the case Sometimes may iba talagang maraming views, baka hindi naman siya naka-register. So sa YouTube. So wala siyang kinikita. So I think the policy has to be created to be a bit tighter, and it has to be clear also how each responds. We would also like to request from, for example, the business community. For example, yung marketing companies, agencies. So you, at the very least, request tayo ng receipt, kumbaga, from the influencers para hindi masanay sa thank you o ito GC or ito cash sale na to. Right? So it's an industry and it's something that we want to propagate so that it will grow, and become legitimized.
There has to be a lot of clarification between both groups, the social media influencers and the BIR. Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word, Donald Lim of the Creator and Influencer Council of the Philippines.